Hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's continue our journey, our series of Malefic and Benefic axes in Vedic astrology, and let's try to understand the planetary placements in the 4th and the 10th axis of your astrological birth chart and what are the kind of positive and the negative results that are associated with these placement. I already made the 3 videos where you can watch in the playlist section. I will link that thing in the description below. But in this video, let's try to understand the malefic association with 4th and 10th house. 4th house in Vedic astrology is one of the most important houses because this is the house which is going to control most of your life. 4th house is actually your home, your homeland. This is the feelings of motherhood. Your emotional support from the family, that is also seen from the 4th house. This is the house of Mangalya, marital bliss. Even in the original Kal Pursh Kundli, 4th house is actually ruled by the sign of Cancer, and particularly Mars is debilitated over there and Jupiter is exalted over there. On the other hand, 10th house is your Karma Bhav, that is the house of your duties, that is the house of your karma, where you put forth certain kind of efforts. This is also the Karam Kshetra. Karam Kshetra means to say the surroundings of the work. For example, you are working in a 9 to 5 job. So the surrounding area is actually represented by this 10th house. And even 10th house signifies many other things. It may be with regards to your name, fame and reputation in the society, how other people, they will look at you. Basically, other people, they know you because of your profession or how they know you personally. That thing is also 10th house. This is also the 4th house from the 7th. So 7th house is your marriage, married life. So the happiness of your marriage is actually going to seen in the 10th house. But let's try to understand how malefic and how benefic planets posited in these houses are going to behave in your life. First of all, if malefics are actually posited in the 4th house, they are going to give you a lot of materialistic things. You are going to bless with lot of materialistic items in your life, irrespective of the dignity and the condition of that planet, particularly the Saturn, Mars and even Sun. Even Rahu, even as well as Ketu, if they are posited in the 4th house, they are only going to give you that materialistic things in your life, and they are going to take away all your happiness, all your satisfaction, all the mental peace, and even all the family support system that is going to be somewhat absent with the malefic association in the 4th house. And the support system which I'm talking about is the emotional connection between you and your complete family. That is not going to be present over there. Have you seen the placement of moon in a Kemdrum yoga, where no planet is setting 2nd and 12th house to the moon? So the individual, they tend to feel completely lost in their life. Like they want to question the society. They are questioning what is the purpose, why I'm born on this planet Earth. Is this a right pathway or I'm in a wrong direction? So that kind of a senses that is coming with malefic association in the 4th house. One more thing, even benefics don't perform very well in the 4th house also. For example, you put the planets like moon over there, Venus over there, even Jupiter and even Mercury. So still the benefics in the 4th house, they are also not going to give you a complete family satisfaction, or they are even not be able to help you to gain some sort of positive impact from the family. On the other hand, malefics in the 4th house, they might going to help you to travel to foreign country, living and staying abroad, and then might be like your planetary alignments, they are going to change, because as soon as you are shifting from your native place of birth towards some other country, it means there is going to be a lot of progression and changes happening in your life. But benefics in the 4th house, they tend to dim their light with the passage of time. For example, suppose there is a light bulb over there and that is of 100 watt. Okay, so this is giving you full light. With the passage of time, benefics in the 4th house, they are going to dim their light accordingly. And that dimming of light is actually more inclined these individuals towards the spiritual side of the life. Because whether the malefics or the benefics, if they are associated with the 4th house, you must need to have some sort of spiritual connection with any form of God. It may be you are a believer in God or you don't believe in God, but that spiritual connection must need to be present in your life in order for you to progress further. Because fourth house is your heart, that is your soul, okay? That is even the chest portion. So that is also the house of your inner feelings. If you want to understand how the person is doing, for example, there are 24 hours in a day, 8 hours you are sleeping, 8 hours you are doing at work. So if you want to understand in the rest 8 hours, what this individual might going to like, whether they are cultivating a new hobby, doing something else, learning something, gaining knowledge, book reading. So directly pay attention towards the fourth house, because that is going to be the innermost craving or the innermost feeling. Even when a child is born, okay, so childbirth is seen from the fifth house. This is even going to be considered as the house where moon is originally the controller. So moon is the representation of your mother. Malefics going in the fourth house, they are going to create a lot of sufferings, even from the mother, or even your mother is going to suffer because of you, because there is going to be some sort of interconnection of karmas that is seen with malefic planets in the fourth house. On the other hand, if we go to the 10th house, okay, so now this is your karma kshetra, this is your karma bhav, that have nothing to do with your home. This is completely opposite. 8 hours you are at home and 8 hours now you are doing to a job, or maybe doing a business, or maybe some individuals they work 18 hours a day. Some people they work 24 hours a day, 15 hours a day. So that is going to be seen from the 10th house. I will tell you one thing, malefics in the 10th house, they are going to put forth a lot of stones in front of you, and you need to break that stones, which is going to take a lot of time. You need to crush them and then you need to proceed further. Again, after 1, 2, 3 years of your life, again some stones are over there and there is big stone, and these are the difficulties which you need to overcome, particularly with regards to the career area of your life. Whereas on the other hand, if benefics are posited in the 10th house, that is also not going to be considered as a good thing, because benefic association, whenever this is coming in the 10th house, this is originally the house of Capricorn. So even if you put forth Jupiter is over there, so that is completely debilitated. You see Jupiter exalted in the 4th and Jupiter is going debilitated in this house. Whereas Mars, as I told you initially in the starting of this video, Mars is debilitated in the sign of Cancer in the 4th house. Mars don't find peace over there, because Mars is not a peaceful planet. This is the Capricorn where Mars will get exalted. It means your energy needed to be extreme, or the Mars will perform more efficiently if it is going to be in the Karma Kshetra or in the Karma Bhumi. Karma Bhumi, as I told you, wherever you are working, so that is your surrounding area, that is represented by Mars. Although the malefics in the 3rd house, in the 10th house, they have the ability to break all the stones, all the barriers, and they then progress with the passage of time. This is a very good indicator for you to receive some sort of financial success in your life. But let me consider one scenario where no planets are sitting in these houses. No planet in the 4th and no planet in the 10th house. That is going to be a better option, because whenever the planets they are posited in these kendras, quadrant houses, these are the pillars of your life. So if in the pillar more planets are posited over there, this is going to create a more bulkiness in your life. It may be the bulkiness mean responsibilities upon your shoulders that are going to be way more higher. If more planets in the 4th house, it means the family responsibilities are going to be way more higher. Individuals, they are going to have a lot of expectations from you. Specifically with malefics in the 4th house, I will tell you. Other people, they are going to have a lot of expectations from you. But it is up to you whether you are going to fulfill their expectations or not. But the planets in the 4th house, they are responsible for giving other people the expectations. Whereas on the other hand, even in the 10th house, suppose no planet is sitting over there and their lords are going somewhere else, like 4th house lord going in the 11th house, 10th house, maybe 7th house, and even the 10th house lord is not posited over there. Even the supposed 10th house lord is going in the 1st house, in the 2nd house, forming a Lakshmi Yoga, any other thing. Suppose this axis is completely empty. If the axis is empty, this is going to give you the freedom of thought. You have the ability to choose your own pathway, to design your own pathway. This is also going to be considered as a very good placement. The individuals that love change, that are very flexible and very adaptable. Because planets association in these houses, it become extremely difficult for them to change their career as well. If they are working in one field, suppose they are working in a real estate from past 15 years, it become extremely difficult for them to then change their career pathway. Whereas on the other hand, if suppose there are few individuals that are having no planets in this axis, 4th and 10th axis, they are more flexible and more adaptable because there is no any burden. Don't only consider like planets sitting in these houses, they are only going to give responsibilities. No, this is the mental burden which you are going to feel. Like if suppose some planets are in the 10th house, it means you need to prove yourself to other people. Only then that planet will feel happy and satisfied. Even if Mars is present over there, irrespective of its dignity, whether exalted, debilitated or in friendly sign, still you are going to prove yourself in front of others. Only then your energy will find such kind of a balance or mental peace. Whereas the person who is having no planet in the 10th house, they have no need to prove themselves in front of others. Although they are going to have some different consequences, I'm not here discussing whether the individuals with planets in the 4th and 10th, they are going to be successful over the person that are having no planets. But I'm telling you from the mental health point of view. Because planets coming in the Kendras, they are going to put forth as a constraint in your life. And by mean to say constraint, consider this thing as a blockage. Like suppose this is a blockage. So you are continuously breaking that blockage. 4th house is actually the mental blockage, that mental boundaries. You are surrounded by something mentally. Even that mental boundaries, you can also correlate this thing to as their belief system, as their faith as well. Because sometimes it becomes very difficult for human beings to adopt according to the new environment. That flexibility and adaptability, that is not going to be present inside every human being. So that is going to be difficult if malefics are actually going in the 4th house. Even suppose the combination of planets are sitting over there. Like one benefic, one malefic, one benefic, one malefic. Then I will tell you that is still going to be considered as a better thing rather than having a malefics only in these houses. Because when benefic is actually over there, for example, Mars is forming connection with Jupiter in the 10th house. It means one malefic planet and one benefic planet over there. This is still going to be considered as a good option. Because whenever the benefics came along with the malefic planet, it means there are going to be less blockages that are actually present over there. Because benefic planets usually have the ability to mold themselves according to the circumstances. Malefics don't have the ability to mold themselves according to the circumstances of the life. For example, if suppose in certain charts, there are many planets or the cluster of planets that are actually forming in the 4th house and the 10th house, that is not going to be considered good from the marriage and merit point of view as well. Because one thing you need to understand, Kendras are connected with the trine houses, and trine houses, they are connected with the 6th and 8th Dushtana houses, and in between the next Kendra is emerging, and that is the 7th house. 7th house is also, if you look like, that is the lowermost house in Vedic astrology. First house is you, that is you. So you consider 7th house is directly like you, that is completely 180 degree apart, where the Saturn is exalted and specifically the Surya is getting debilitated over there. So these houses, 4th and the 10th house, they are helping you to form the foundation of your marriage also. Planets actually sitting in the 4th and the 10th house, they are going to impact your marriage and married life more deeply than the planets itself posited in the 7th house. Planet in the 7th house are going to be the representation of a karmas. I'm not talking about the Lord here. You need to understand, I'm not discussing 7th house Lord, 4th house Lord or the 10th house Lord. Only the planets that are coming over there. It means some sort of karmas related to that planets that are actually forming in the 7th house. Sun is over there, so planetary karma with regards to father. Moon in the 7th house, some karma related to your mother as well. So the significance of the planet itself is going to form a karma over there. Similarly, that 4th and the 10th houses, so the significance of these planets, they are going to form some kind of a karma with their 4th and the 10th axis. Have you seen some individuals, they are having an excellent 7th house, very good 7th house. Even the 7th house lord is also very well dignified in their life, but still they are facing problems in their marriage and married life because of family. So why this thing is happening? Look into the 4th house. There is going to be some sort of association. It may be malefic or it may be benefic that is going to be present over there. And whenever you individuals that are having the cluster of planets in the 4th or even the 10th house, you tend to feel completely lost in your life. I give you a very simple sutra. You need to have a firm belief system over some supreme divine energy which is present above you, and you need to chant the mantra, particular mantra. You can pick any one mantra and chant that mantra continuously. The mantras of Lord Vishnu or even Narayan is really going to be very helpful for you, because these are actually the quadrant places are known as the, like even the trine places are Lakshmi Sthana, so these are Narayan, Vishnu Sthana. So if you even chant Om Namo Narayanaya, or even if you chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, so that these mantras will help you to tame down all the malefic impacts of the planets sitting in these houses. And keep this thing in your mind, Vedic astrology is a way of life and you must need to learn Vedic astrology in your life. So that's it guys from my side in this video. I hope you love this analysis. If you have any queries, any consultations with regards to your malefic, benefic planets, any other marriage, spiritual consultation, money and wealth analysis, do let me know. I will try my best to respond you back as soon as possible. So till then, please subscribe my channel below and make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. And I'm going to meet you very soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.